me see here. Spiritbox. I guess this new track just came out from Spiritbox, of which I am an incredible fan of. And Spiritbox and Ginger and stuff like that. I'm incredible fans of theirs. I mean, obviously they're phenomenal singers, but what they do with their music in that genre, to me, makes it so accessible. You know, there's power, there's gnarliness, but there's incredible musicianship in it. So I look forward to this. So this is new from Spiritbox. Let's go check this out and see what this sounds like. You guys ready? Let's go. Another one of those bands that'll use the ambient pad work in the background. Love it. Big dives on that guitar. So cover up the great engineering. Jeez. Great song construction hitting us here, you know, with the hook. They're punchy, they're in it to win it within a minute kind of vibe. Damn. Diving way down there on that zero. But it sounds... big takeover by the ambient ethereal vibe on this. Nice harmonic. So cover up the Wow, could this be like one of those tracks that's ginormously crossover? It's so accessible, I think, to people who might not necessarily be into, you know, the metalcore, darker genres, you know, that really is, you know, just the sound of the music is a gatekeeper for those that are just not maybe quote unquote into it. One of the unique things about this is that the engineer, whoever engineered this, really crafted some amazing zones for the tones to survive and not feel like you're washing out to a genre as an engineer. You know, if you know what I'm talking about. In this case, the darker, heavier, gnarlier tones of the guitar, they weren't too fried up on the top end. They really sold you on the balls on the bottom, but that left a lot of room for her vocals. But also, they really rinsed that ethereal pad pretty much through the whole track, which gives you that glidey, slow-mo emotion in your head. Regardless of watching the video, I thought the video was really cool. She's a phenomenal, phenomenal singer. I think the very first track I've heard of hers was about 3 years ago when I started the Decomposer Lounge. And then I was introduced to Ginger and all that. But I think this might be one of those tracks that might have that potential to bring in a wider audience into what I think is a changing landscape of metalcore. And if that's what this is, I'm not too sure if it's the metalcore and what it's considered. I get a little out there with the genres. Song construction-wise, look, it's a 4-minute track that had the hook in there 3 times, and I love the ending of it. The ending of it was very authentic. It didn't need to be like, you know, a banger out there kind of ending. It kind of that's where I believe the potential floodgates for a wider fan base could be in the fact that there's a lot of those dynamics in the song that lent itself to some lo-fi little things that happened in the mix that would explode. There was a lot of emotional fireworks in it for me, and the sounds of it and everything. So I thought the track was great. The one thing I will say is that the drums, this must be something that's happening today's day and age, and me being an old fart, I'm just hearing it a little more, that the drums seem to have kind of a normalized volume, if you would, through and through. What I mean by that is that once the kick and stuff are EQ'd in a certain way and compressed and stuff, the volume value of it stays kind of here, except for the couple times that the engineer took it and maybe did a little lo-fi to it or something, you know. So sometimes for me when I'm listening to it, because the thing is that the engineers nowadays can create and craft such clean pockets for these instruments to live and stuff, that now what happens is if there's any void of any what I would consider human style nuances, they're a little more pronounced. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of the, I don't want to, the word sterile isn't the right word I want to use, but it kind of adjacent to that, you know, a little bit. But I thought it was a great track. I thought it was an absolutely great track. So keep an eye on what they're going to be doing next.